Now, as we've been hearing, Japan's trade retaliation measures against South Korea are expected to take a really serious toll on local businesses. Firms already facing less than favourable economic conditions here at home. However, a number of global observers say Japan's actions could end up boomeranging back on them and damage Tokyo's reputation as a trustworthy trade partner. Soo-young has this report.
What goes around comes around. That's what most observers seem to think will happen with Japan's trade restrictions on South Korea. Trade and diplomacy experts told Arirang TV that Tokyo's export curbs on Korea will not only disrupt the global supply chain of key IT products, but also backfire on Japanese businesses.
Given the supply chains not just within Asia but the rest of the world, American companies like Apple, which rely on South Korean semiconductor devices, will be affected. But people also forget, actually, it will be Japanese companies too, which are going to suffer from their own government's decisions. They are, after all, the biggest suppliers to South Korean semiconductors and also sometimes receivers of final goods from South Korea, such as Sony. So Japanese firms are going to suffer from both the suppliers end and from the receiving end from South Korea's semiconductor devices producers.
Japan's trade retaliation against South Korea related to the dispute over Tokyo's use of Koreans in forced labour has sparked concern around the world. Its actions undermine the global trading norms and institutions, as well as efforts for multilateral cooperation.
The decision by Japan to remove South Korea from its whitelist is being presented by the Japanese government as based on national security considerations. I don't think the evidence really suggests that that's the principal reason, and Tokyo, I think, as many critics have pointed out, has been slow to really provide any concrete empirical evidence to support that claim. It is reacting in a way that is actually a departure from traditional norms in a context where states, not just Japan but the United States, are using trade pressure as a means of resolving diplomatic issues, and that's very unfortunate.
Washington has traditionally been a mediator for the two neighbours in resolving bilateral disputes. But this time around, experts say the US is not likely to step in.
Unfortunately, the Trump administration has shown no real appetite to play that sort of role. What I would recommend is, as a matter of urgency, that both the Japanese and South Korean governments set up their own joint working group to at least attempt to create space in which dialogue can take place between the two countries.
Seoul has consistently reached out to Tokyo to settle the matter through dialogue. But the Abe administration has rejected these attempts, despite warnings that its actions will have repercussions in its own backyard. Soo-young, Arirang News.